Hello all, this is Lingaraj from Secure Apostille Service. We do apostillation for Indian issued documents, US issued documents, UK issued documents, Canada, Hong Kong, Singapore, you name it. So today we will be looking into apostillation of single status certificate. We will be looking into specifically why single status certificate is needed, how to get the single status certificate, why apostillation is needed for the single status certificate, and what are the processes that are involved in getting the single status certificate apostille. And we will take some general questions from our customers, and then we'll discuss the general problems that they face getting the apostillation for the single status. So let's get on. So what is single status certificate? Single status certificate is a certificate which conveys that you are currently single, stating that either you are divorced or widow, or you have never married but currently you are single. That it says you are single currently, and then either you have been widowed, or you are legally divorced, or you have never married in the past. This is what the single status conveys. Why is it required? The single status is specifically required to get married in foreign country. The foreign authorities want to know that you don't have any relations with marriage relations in India or outside India as well. And then either if you have previously married, you are legally already divorced and currently you are single. They want to know your marital status, and depending on that, the authorities will decide whether you are eligible to marry in our country as per our laws or not. So this is why the single status is majorly required. And in some cases, whenever you are going for a work visa, they do ask that you don't have a dependents in meaning wife, kids. To show that you don't have any wife or the kid, you have to show that you are single. In very rarely this is asked. I don't know why do they require this, but however, they do ask for some of the work related visas also, very rarely. So in major cases, the single status is majorly for marriage purpose only. In many cases, whenever you are using this certificate, single status certificate, this certificate should be submitted with apostillation. We will look into that in some time. So first we will look into how to get the single status certificate. There are majorly two ways to get a single status certificate. One involves the court, that is a court way. Another is a simple affidavit way. We will be looking into each and every path, that is court way or affidavit way. The government prescribed way is to go for the court method. However, this is a very tedious process. It may take around 3 months as well. So from 1 month to 3 months is minimum requirement for this. The affidavit is, however, you can make it in 1 hour or 2 hours. So court method, first you will have to hire a lawyer in India. Then the lawyer will put a petition in the court stating to issue you a single status. The court will issue an order to the police to verify whether you are actually single or not. Once the verification of your background verification comes in, the result comes up stating that you are single, the court will order Tahsildar office stating to issue you a single status certificate. The Tahsildar office taking the order from the court will issue a single status certificate. This is a very lengthy process. Definitely this is more grassroots level process. It involves every government officers that are involved in getting the single status certificate. It finally verifies that you are single, and then you are eligible to marry anyone of any nationality. The affidavit way is a self-declaration affidavit where you yourself will claim that I am currently single. I have not married in the past. Either you claim that you have not married in the past, or you will claim that I am a divorcee, or you will claim that I am a widow. So depending on your situation, you will claim that you are currently single, and then using that affidavit, all the background verification will be done. If you are in a hurry, if you have time, if you don't have time, you can go for the affidavit way. But if you want to go thoroughly as per the government rules and regulations 100%, you can go for the court method. For the court method, it is mandatory that the candidate must be in India. Let's say you are in foreign country, in Germany, in Netherlands, in France, and you are getting married in Netherlands or in any foreign country. In order to get the single status certificate through court verification, you must come to India, file a case, and then wait for 3 to 4 months with a lengthier judicial process and get the single status certificate, and then get the apostillation for it, and then you can go and marry. If you are already in India, it makes sense to go for this. If you are in a foreign country, it is a little bit difficult. In affidavit way, where you will prepare an affidavit, the notary will seal and sign, and that document we can process it for the apostillation. So I am speaking about apostillation and again because that is the most important part in this process. Because all the document you are submitting, the single status certificate, is of Indian origin, and then you are marrying in a foreign country. Without an apostille, no matter whether you go for the court way or affidavit way, without an apostille, this document is invalid in foreign country. Simply means it is not legally acceptable in foreign country, because they don't know whether this is a genuinely issued document, whether it is a fake document, whether the authorized person only issued this document or not. So in order to prove that this is a genuine document, you must have an apostille. What is apostille? Apostillation is simply verification of the seal and the signature that is present on the document. So I'll take an affidavit example, the single status through affidavit example, because that's the simplest way. That is accepted in most of the countries. So what the notary will do is, notary will verify that, okay, I have seen this person, he has signed this affidavit, and then based on his documents, he is single. That is the notary will do, the notarization. What the apostillation will do is, they will verify that, okay, the notary who has verified his detail is a genuine notary, and then this kind of process is accepted in India. So this is a chain of verification. The notary verifies you, the apostille verifies the notary, and once the apostillation is done, this apostille is acceptable in all the 117A countries, which covers most of the European countries, all of the European countries, North America and South American countries. Many of the South American countries also involved in this Hague Convention. So once the document is apostilled, this is legally accepted in all those Hague countries. Okay. So without the apostillation, definitely the document will not be accepted. In court method, which is a longer process, the Tahsildar will do the final issuance of the document, and that document also needs an apostille. Without that also, even the court method will not be accepted in foreign countries. Okay, so what are the processes that are involved in getting an apostille? So apostillation for single status certificate has two main methods. One, verification through state verification. Another, verification through court verification. Again, this is the apostillation, not the document preparation. The earlier that we discussed is a document preparation only. This is for the apostillation process. So apostillation, state process and the court process. In where the state process, it is the document that is issued will be verified by the state home department first, and then it goes for the Ministry of External Affairs. This is again a tedious process. It will take another 1 month of your time. The court verification process, since the document is issued from the court itself, the process happens quicker. It can be done as early as 3 to 4 working days. So depending on your urgency, your country requirement, you can choose. Majorly what we have seen is Philippines, in East Asian countries such as Philippines, Malaysia, they normally tend to go for the court issued document. Preparation should be done by the court or the affidavit, both accepted, but the apostillation needs to be done by the state. But if you see the case of European countries, North American countries, South American countries, the faster process, which is the court through court verification, is definitely fine. So you can go for the fastest process. So you can approach our executives. They will be informing you which process is needed for which country, and depending on wherever you are marrying, we will be able to assist you completely throughout the process of preparation of the document and getting an apostille. So we will take some general questions and queries of the customers that we receive, so that you will also understand what all the hurdles that they may come up. The main concern is of widows and then divorcees, where to get the single certificate, what are the needs, what are the requirements. So simply you will have to claim that you are a divorcee or you are a widow. So you will have to claim that, and in the affidavit, and this will be like, okay, I am an Indian citizen holding Indian passport dash and dash, I live here, and then I was previously married, and I am currently divorced. That you can mention, or I am currently a widow. That also you can mention, and then after that I have never remarried again. So that claim you can make and then get the apostillation for it. That is absolutely accepted. And in some cases, the customer asks whether the parental declaration is needed or not. Like in the affidavit, it will be saying that my father details are these, my mother details are these, and they don't have any problem for me to marry in foreign country. That kind of a parental clearance, parental declaration, whether they need it or not. In some countries it is needed, like specifically in Middle Eastern countries, they need a clearance from parents or a guardian, like brother, sister, male child, because in Middle Eastern countries that is what the rule is. They need a certification or the affidavit from family stating that they don't have any issue for our son or daughter to marry with this person. So in Middle Eastern countries it is required, but in most of the European, North American, South American countries, if you are adult, you can marry whomever you want without anybody's permission. So in European countries, you don't need any permission of the parents. In Middle Eastern countries, in that too, in specific countries, they need a permission from the parents. Do we need a birth certificate for marrying in foreign country? Yes, of course, you need two documents majorly. One is a single status certificate, which states that you have not married, you are currently single. And then one more is a birth certificate to show that you are of a legal age in that particular country. So in foreign country, okay, 18, 21, 16 is the legal age to marry. And then he is above that legal age to marry in our country. So for that proof, they need a birth certificate. So single status is actually the most important document that is required whenever you are trying to marry in a foreign country. If you need any assistance regarding that, our team will help you to get the apostillation for it, and then to help you with the issuance of the document as well. And this is a little bit complex process where lots and lots of government bodies are involved, and then there are so many different ways to get the certificate. And since you are in foreign country, majorly you will be, this process becomes a little bit hassle for you to get this done on your own. If you need any kind of assistance, you can definitely connect with us, and then our expert will guide you throughout the process. And this single status certificate is a country specific document, so each country have their own different requirements. So the process is a little bit complex process, which we will guide to make it very simple for you. So you can contact us anytime. Thank you.